jeopardizing civilian casualties have long...
Live television is unpredictable, and sometimes truly terrifying. When the cameras roll, anything can happen, capturing unsettling events that leave viewers chilled. From mysterious figures lurking unnoticed behind reporters, to chilling paranormal phenomena unfolding on air, these shocking moments were never intended for viewers. Join us as we count down 20 of the most horrifying and unexplainable moments ever caught on live television. Viewer discretion advised. 20. Michael Jackson's alleged disguise. Let's begin with a peculiar awards show moment that sparked countless conspiracy theories. In 2018, the Emmys saw the presence of a mysterious individual called Teddy Perkins, a character originally portrayed by Donald Glover on the TV show Atlanta. Everyone assumed Glover himself was in prosthetic makeup.
You have no idea!
But the real Donald Glover appeared backstage, and other cast members denied dressing up as Teddy. The big question arose, who was behind that unsettling face? Internet rumors swirled that this person could be the late Michael Jackson, who many fans claim is still alive. Fueling the theory further, Teddy dropped cryptic comments about someone trying to kill him but failing.
You said kill me, but I did not die. I'm still alive.
The footage ignited debate online, with viewers dissecting every movement and mannerism. Skeptics called it a staged stunt for publicity, but believers noted that Jackson was known for elaborate disguises. The Emmys were broadcast on live TV, marking this as one of the scariest things for fans who wondered if their idol was hidden in plain sight. Though no conclusive proof emerged to confirm the theory, the mystery remains. 19. The tsunami and the mysterious creature. In March 2011, one of the largest earthquakes ever recorded, a devastating magnitude 9.1, struck Japan, triggering a massive tsunami that left widespread destruction. While live TV captured the terrifying waves obliterating towns, some viewers noticed something deeply unsettling, a strange creature seemingly emerging from the floodwaters and flying upward over a building. This bizarre footage, shared online by multiple sources, instantly went viral. The internet exploded with speculation. Could this genuinely be an unknown creature summoned by the catastrophic event? Even Thinker Thunker, a CGI specialist known for debunking hoaxes, got involved. Skeptics argued it was debris propelled by violent currents, but Thinker Thunker noticed something peculiar. The shape hovered suspiciously near a hut, defying natural wind patterns. Despite extensive analysis, nobody could definitively confirm or debunk it. The footage raised haunting questions. Could devastating natural events somehow awaken unknown entities? Or was this a cleverly crafted hoax slipped seamlessly into footage initially aired on live TV? The debate rages on, but for millions, this unexplained figure remains one of the scariest things ever broadcast, blurring the line between reality and the supernatural. 18. The vanishing airport passenger. The next footage takes us to a seemingly ordinary TV news interview at an airport in Denmark. A reporter was speaking with a passenger, discussing flight topics when viewers noticed something uncanny happening in the background. A blonde woman appeared to be standing near a luggage carousel. Then, as another traveler passed in front of her, she seemed to vanish outright. Social media exploded with theories. Was she a ghost? Did she walk away at the exact split second to dodge the camera's line of sight? Some insisted it was evidence of a glitch in the Matrix, while others suggested she slipped behind a counter or was simply perfectly obscured by the other traveler. Regardless of the explanation, the video is uncanny to watch. Airports are busy places with constant movement, but the timing here is almost too precise. Camera experts pointed out possible frame rate quirks or compression artifacts that could explain her sudden disappearance. However, for many viewers, it remains one of the strangest blink and you'll miss it moments ever broadcast. It's not terrifying in the usual sense, but it definitely left plenty of people double-checking their screens in disbelief. Sometimes, the unexplained sneaks up on us during the most ordinary broadcasts. 17. Ghostly figure in a graveyard newscast. A local news station in New York was reporting on a historical Green Ridge cemetery. The segment seemed ordinary, showcasing gravestones as the anchor gave background details. But after it aired live on TV, a viewer contacted the station about something alarming in the footage. Behind a gravestone labeled Butler, a figure resembling a human form dashed out of sight. The shape seemed too solid to be a light reflection, and its speed was unnaturally quick. Paranormal enthusiasts labeled it a ghost, claiming the cemetery is known for restless spirits. Skeptics proposed it might be a shadow or an unnoticed visitor crossing the camera's path. Still, the station insisted they had no staff running around that area during filming. The short clip quickly circulated online as one of the most scariest things caught on live TV in recent memory. The ghostly figure is almost transparent, yet distinctly person-shaped, which makes this sighting a compelling mystery. Whether you believe in spirits or not, seeing something dart behind a grave during a mundane newscast amplifies the creep factor. With so many unexplainable details, it remains a frontrunner for most scariest things on live TV. 16. The Judge Judy earthquake. In Los Angeles, earthquakes aren't rare, but this one chose a very public moment to make its presence felt. Cameras were rolling, the audience was locked in, and Judge Judy herself was mid-case when the studio began to rumble. For a split second, no one understood what was happening. Then the shaking intensified, rattling the set, the judge's bench, and everyone inside. Despite momentary confusion, you can clearly see genuine fear on the faces of staff and spectators. The cameras kept rolling, broadcasting the quake in real time across the country. Judge Judy remained composed, but quickly evacuated the set alongside everyone else. Thankfully, no serious injuries were reported that day, but the footage stands as a vivid example of how nature can turn entertainment into something unsettling in seconds. Reality shows and courtroom dramas are scripted to keep audiences engaged, but this was unscripted terror. While everyone escaped unharmed, the clip remains a prime example of live television, capturing real-world danger at the worst possible moment. 15. Lightning strike, near a weather reporter. Imagine reporting on a thunderstorm when lightning suddenly strikes within arm's reach. That's exactly what happened to Fox Phoenix weather reporter Matt Rodewald in 2019. He was delivering a live on-location update about a severe storm looming over the city. Viewers saw ominous skies in the background, but no one expected what came next. A blinding flash tore through the screen, followed instantly by booming thunder. Matt flinched, sprinting out of frame. The lightning was so powerful that it knocked out electricity in thousands of homes nearby. By sheer luck, Matt avoided a direct hit, but it still served as a sobering reminder of how dangerous a storm can be. The clip circulated widely, highlighting the risks reporters face when stepping onto the front lines of extreme weather. These broadcasts might seem thrilling to watch from home, but that one thunderbolt nearly turned a routine segment into a tragedy. Seeing lightning strike so close on live TV is enough to make anyone think twice about standing outside during a storm. You can almost feel the sizzle of the air through the screen. 14. Pope Francis disappearance. Now, let's delve into a Vatican broadcast that sparked worldwide disbelief. As Pope Francis appeared at his window in St. Peter's Square to bless the crowd, he stepped back inside, and his figure seemed to vanish abruptly, almost dissolving into thin air. The footage surfaced on social media, prompting conspiracies that the Vatican might be using advanced hologram technology to protect the Pope from assassination attempts. Others suggested a digital glitch or overlay issue in the live feed. Critics argued the official Vatican channel later replaced the clip with a corrected version, fueling theories of a cover-up. Some claimed the window shot was recorded on a different day, and the figure shown wasn't really Pope Francis. Whether it was a camera glitch or an intentional hologram, the abrupt disappearance was unsettling to witness live. Believers in the hologram theory point to the Pope's rigorous schedule and potential security threats. Skeptics say the entire fiasco was an overblown internet rumor. Still, the clip remains bizarre enough to make viewers question everything they see on TV. Live broadcasts are meant to show raw, unfiltered reality, but when reality seems to break, it leaves everyone scratching their heads about what truly happened. 13. The Sylmar ghost. During a high school football game in Sylmar, California, an eerie and unexplained event left spectators and players alike questioning what they had just witnessed. As the Sylmar Spartans faced off against the Reseda Regents on a crisp Halloween night, fans in the stands were focused on the action until an unusual figure appeared on the field. Anna Diana, a spectator filming her daughter's cheerleading routine, later noticed something in her footage that sent chills down her spine. A ghostly, translucent figure seemed to be sprinting across the field at an unnatural speed. Confused and startled, she shared the video with her friends, who were equally baffled. "I said, 'Oh my God, what is it?'" Diana recalled. "Can you see that?" As word spread, the mysterious figure quickly became known as the Sylmar ghost.
The mystery figure has become known as the Sylmar ghost.
Some speculated it could be the spirit of a former player who couldn't leave the game behind, while others debated more rational explanations, from camera glitches to memory card errors. Even Bruce Lindsay, a physics teacher, weighed in, suggesting a technical anomaly could be responsible. Skeptics remained unconvinced, but believers pointed out one compelling argument. Diana, who captured the footage, admitted she barely knew how to use her phone, making digital tampering unlikely. With no definitive explanation, the ghostly figure joined the growing collection of mysterious events captured during live broadcasts, leaving both the Sylmar football community and paranormal enthusiasts searching for answers. 12. The double-eyed news anchor. This Canadian female news anchor was presenting a serious political segment on live TV when her eyes appeared to morph in a split second. It looked like she had two sets of eyes, one normal pair and a lighter pair blinking right above them. This glitch left the internet in a frenzy, with theories ranging from shape-shifting reptilians to camera synchronization errors. The footage was quickly replayed in slow motion, revealing how bizarre the double blink looked. Skeptics insisted it was a digital error where two frames overlapped, while believers in the lizard people theory saw it as proof of hidden identities among us. Either way, the clip provides an unnerving visual that's tough to forget. Anchors are trained to maintain composure at all times, but no one can prepare for accidental illusions on camera. For days, viewers analyzed every frame to find an explanation. The anchor didn't address the moment publicly, possibly fueling even more speculation. Whether it was just a glitch or something outlandish, it is definitely one of the scariest things one can see on live TV. 11. Poltergeist in a news studio. A Central American news program was running its normal morning segment when an unsettling event shocked the hosts. Two presenters were casually chatting about current affairs, each with a glass of water on the desk. Mid-conversation, one of the glasses slid abruptly across the surface, spilling water. The startled anchors exchanged confused looks before nervously laughing it off. Moments later, the second glass moved too, seemingly by itself. The anchors jumped up in alarm, trying to figure out if someone was pulling a prank. Production staff confirmed there were no wires or magnets in play. The replay showed the movement happening with no visible contact. The crew eventually chalked it up to simple vibration or condensation on the desk. Still, the abrupt motion triggered a wave of speculation about poltergeists or supernatural forces. Watching a harmless news chat suddenly turn into a jump scare moment is jarring. Whether or not one believes in spirits, this clip gave audiences worldwide a jolt. Sometimes, it only takes a small unexplained incident to spark massive debate and keep viewers glued to their screens. Even after official explanations, many folks remain skeptical, calling it a genuine unexplained phenomenon that turned an ordinary segment into a paranormal scare. 10. Ghostly shadow on live TV. In 2011, during a live broadcast on the UK news channel ITV, viewers were left puzzled by an unusual occurrence. A journalist was reporting from the scene of a car accident on the M11 motorway near London when a translucent black shape appeared on the screen. This shape seemed to descend from the top, hover momentarily, and then move across the road before disappearing. Given the proximity to the recent accident, many viewers speculated about the nature of this apparition, suggesting it could be something supernatural or a manifestation of spiritual energy. In response to the public's curiosity, ITV conducted an internal investigation. Their conclusion was that the anomaly was likely a bug crawling across the camera lens. However, this explanation didn't satisfy all viewers, as the shape's transparency and movement didn't align with typical insect behavior. The debate continues, with some attributing the phenomenon to technical glitches, while others remain convinced of a more mysterious origin. 9. Reporter confronted on air. MSNBC journalist Shaquille Brewster was in Mississippi covering a tropical storm when an angry man in a pickup truck suddenly pulled over. Mid-broadcast, the man stormed toward Brewster, yelling about media coverage and claiming it was inaccurate. Brewster, trying to maintain professionalism, calmly kept talking. But the man wouldn't back down. He grabbed at the microphone, forcing the news crew to cut away abruptly for safety reasons. Viewers saw the tense moment unfold in real time and feared for Brewster's well-being.
Hey. We're going to check in with Shaq Brewster just to make sure all is well.
The news anchor back in the studio looked visibly alarmed, repeatedly calling Brewster's name. Eventually, the man fled the scene, only to be arrested later for assault. It's a stark reminder that journalists often face unpredictable threats while doing their jobs. Though no one was injured, the footage remains a chilling example of how quickly normal reporting can shift into danger. The public outcry was immediate, with viewers rallying around Brewster and denouncing violent outbursts. It's not every day you see a journalist genuinely threatened mid-sentence. 8. The stolen tank rampage. In May 1995, news helicopters captured a stolen M60A3 tank rampaging through the streets of San Diego, crushing cars and damaging infrastructure. The man at the controls was Sean Nelson, a veteran who had fallen on hard times. He stole the tank from a National Guard armory. For 23 minutes, viewers watched in disbelief as police tried to stop him. Eventually, the tank got stuck on a median, and officers ended the standoff, fatally shooting Nelson. Amazingly, no other lives were lost, but the broadcast is still one of the most jaw-dropping examples of real-life danger unfolding in plain sight. The unstoppable machine rolling down quiet streets is a vision nobody expected to see during a routine newscast. Over 2 decades later, people still recall the horrifying images of that unstoppable vehicle. This savage event proved that even city streets can transform into war zones in seconds. 7. Wendy Williams passes out on air. Next is a disturbing moment from veteran TV host Wendy Williams, captured on live TV during a Halloween special. Wendy, known for her lively personality, was dressed as the Statue of Liberty and delivering an upbeat introduction when her voice suddenly trembled. Her eyes widened in panic, and within seconds, viewers watched as she stumbled backward, shaking violently before collapsing to the studio floor. The audience gasped, unsure if it was a staged Halloween prank or something far worse. Crew members rushed to her side, cutting abruptly to commercial.
A stunt. I'm overheated in my costume and I did pass out.
Minutes later, Wendy returned on air, visibly shaken, explaining that she'd simply overheated in her elaborate costume. That was not a stunt, she assured viewers, visibly shaken, but determined to continue. Although the incident turned out minor, the genuine terror in Wendy's eyes had millions convinced they'd witnessed something far worse. The footage sparked intense online debate, with some viewers suggesting she appeared momentarily possessed or even suffering a serious health crisis. Wendy quickly recovered, but the haunting visual of her collapse remains vivid proof of how unpredictably frightening things can become when the cameras keep rolling, earning it a place among the scariest things ever seen on live TV. 6. The Max Headroom signal hijacking. On November 22, 1987, Chicago television viewers experienced one of the most notorious broadcast signal intrusions in history, now known as the Max Headroom incident. The first intrusion occurred at 9:14 p.m. during WGN-TV's The 9 O'Clock News. Sportscaster Dan Roan was reporting on the Chicago Bears' recent victory when the screen abruptly went black for about 15 seconds. Suddenly, an individual wearing a Max Headroom mask appeared, bobbing erratically in front of a rotating corrugated metal panel, mimicking the character's signature background. This eerie scene lasted approximately 30 seconds, accompanied only by a buzzing sound, before engineers regained control by switching frequencies. Just over 2 hours later, at around 11:20 p.m., PBS affiliate WTTW's broadcast of the Doctor Who episode Horror of Fang Rock was interrupted. This time, the masked figure delivered a series of disjointed comments referencing nerds, WGN sportscaster Chuck Swirsky, and the Coca-Cola slogan "Catch the Wave," while holding a Pepsi can. The transmission culminated with the figure's partial exposure and a spanking scene involving a fly swatter before normal programming resumed after about 90 seconds. Despite investigations by the Federal Communications Commission, the perpetrators were never identified, and the incident remains an unsettling mystery in broadcast history. 5. Studio break-in. In January 2024, armed chaos erupted at a major television station in Ecuador, It was a normal Tuesday when suddenly an armed gang violently stormed into a prominent TV studio. Brandishing pistols, machine guns, and even sticks of dynamite, the gang took control of the studio, terrifying anchors and production staff alike. This terrifying event occurred just hours after Ecuador's new president, Daniel Noboa, had declared a national state of emergency following the escape of the country's most dangerous gang leader. Viewers at home watched helplessly as these armed intruders filled their screens, showcasing a surreal and deadly threat unfolding in real time. Police were quickly dispatched, surrounding the building as the dramatic hostage situation unfolded live. After tense negotiations, authorities stormed the studio, eventually apprehending the attackers without further harm. The chilling visual of masked men brandishing machine guns and dynamite sticks during a routine broadcast shocked Ecuadorians and the world. The brazen assault became a stark example of real-world terror interrupting everyday television, forever altering perceptions of studio security. 4. Meteorologist collapses live. In March 2023, viewers of KCAL-TV in Los Angeles witnessed one of the scariest things ever broadcast on live TV. Meteorologist Alyssa Carlson was just seconds into delivering her weather forecast when suddenly she began leaning forward awkwardly, lost consciousness, and collapsed right behind her desk. The cameras quickly cut away, leaving viewers startled and deeply concerned. It later emerged that Carlson had previously been diagnosed with a leaky heart valve after feeling ill during another live broadcast nearly a decade earlier. Despite this history, Carlson reassured viewers this frightening collapse was unrelated. She soon recovered, and KCAL-TV confirmed she'd return to work as soon as she was well. Still, seeing someone collapse without warning on live TV triggered a wave of shock and anxiety among audiences. Unexpected health emergencies can strike at any moment, even in the seemingly controlled environment of a TV studio. Thankfully, Carlson made a full recovery. 3. Impossible landing. It was a terrifying experience for passengers aboard the world's largest airplane, the Airbus A380, in 2020, when they encountered a violent storm named Dennis. The passengers were on their way to London when the unfortunate incident occurred, and they were almost at the end of their journey when the situation took a turn for the worse. To avoid disaster, the pilot had to execute a spectacular crab landing at London's Hard Road Airport amidst strong winds. The crab landing, which gets its name from the lateral movement of crabs, is a technique used to land with crosswinds, or lateral winds. The plane briefly faces the wind to avoid being blown off course before correcting its trajectory upon landing. The passengers were relieved and grateful to the pilot after they landed safely, as they knew that they had just narrowly escaped a potential tragedy. Each passenger affirmed that the life and death moment they experienced would be forever etched in their memories. 2. Mystery voice interrupts Queen's funeral. A chilling moment during one of the most significant broadcasts in British history lands on our list. The funeral of Queen Elizabeth II was watched by over 26 million people across the UK, with streets lined with mourners paying their respects. However, those tuned into ITV's live TV coverage picked up something eerie. As the Queen's hearse made its way through London, a mysterious voice whispered through the broadcast, saying something unsettling.
Death is irreversible, and the fact that she's...
Death is irreversible, and the fact that she's... The strange audio lasted only seconds, but it was enough to send social media into a frenzy. Many speculated on its origin, with some claiming it sounded like the voice of the late Princess Diana. Others believed it was a ghostly presence making itself known at that moment in history. ITV later clarified that the sound was likely a guest's voice being accidentally picked up by a nearby microphone. Still, for those who heard it live, the unexplained whisper during such a solemn occasion remains one of the most scariest things ever captured on live TV. 1. The UFO over Peru. In 2020, reporters gathered on Yaya Beach in Peru, known locally for numerous unidentified flying object sightings. They were skeptically discussing these tales with a live audience of around 200 people. Suddenly, bright lights appeared in the sky, prompting onlookers to shine laser pointers at it. To everyone's shock, the object seemed to respond, flashing back in distinct patterns. On camera, it hovered silently, with no indication of rotor blades or traditional aircraft lighting. The shape appeared hexagonal, adding to the speculation that it was something extraordinary. Many viewers labeled it a hoax, suggesting drones or flares could replicate this phenomenon. But eyewitnesses stayed adamant it was no conventional craft. They claimed it hung motionless before pulsating lights in sync with the lasers from the crowd. In the realm of close encounters, this broadcast remains among the scariest things people have witnessed on live TV. Whether you believe in extraterrestrials or not, there's no denying the footage is mesmerizing. Seeing such a strange object seemingly react to human interaction made for compelling television that fueled countless debates online and beyond. Which of these terrifying live TV moments shocked you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you love spine-chilling content, make sure to like and subscribe for more.